Hey everybody, I'm Donovan.
I am Adam.
And we're both with Lucky Ones Wargaming, and welcome to a more in-depth look at the Emperor's Children. So the Children of Slaanesh here, brand new army release, the 3rd Legion, one of the original Space Marine legions from way back in the Age of the Heresy. So this is your army. You have built and painted it up quite beautifully, going with the vibrant purple and pink color scheme, as Slaanesh would enjoy. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about your army here, right before we dive into it.
Yeah, so this is mostly the contents of the new Army box set, great box set. If you can find it and you're looking to get into EC, I still definitely recommend that box. Very good. Honestly, I'm just really glad with how all these models turned out, and beautiful range, lovely new models.
Did you potentially have any history with Emperor's Children beforehand? Was there something that you specifically wanted to do buying the box? Did they or was it the new range that really kind of caught your attention?
So it was mainly just the new range. I just really loved a lot of the new models, and EC is just such a cool legion to me. Very old legion as well. Some very old models, especially with the old Noise Marines and obviously the old Lucius. And I wasn't around with those models, and I thought they were very cool, very interesting models. And I don't know, it just really attracted me.
Okay, so before we dive into kind of talking about the range specifically, what's sitting here in front of us? What is new? What is old? What are we looking at for someone who may not be familiar?
Right, so you've got your main battle line here. By battle line, if you don't know 40k terms, it's your main infantry. You can take a bunch of them. We have got the 2 main infantry blocks here, which are the Tormentors, and we've got the Infractors. Both very fast. Just the whole army in general is very fast. Everything is +1 movement. Everything here is mostly the new range. There's a couple of old things taken from the CSM Codex, like the Demon Prince, the Mauler Fiend, and obviously like the Land Raider and the Rhino. Chaos Knight, Tormentors, they are all a part of the CSM Codex, but Lucius, Flawless Blades, Noise Marines, Infractors, Lord Exultant. It's probably just a bunch of random words to you if you don't know EC, but these are all the new models, is what you can see in the front.
First off, I do want to know, of the new miniatures that came out, what is the #1 that immediately brought your eye to it and you're like, I gotta have that? This is the coolest new model they could have added to the range.
So it 100% have to go to the Flawless Blades.
Flawless Blades, tell me about them.
Such a great looking unit. It just really embodies Slaanesh. Very lanky. They've even got heels on, stupid Slaanesh stuff.
Oh, they do.
Just great big dueling swords, just super cool.
So quickly, before we head into the book itself, kind of talk for a little bit about these individual new models, kind of their purpose in the book, the pieces in your toolbox. What are we looking at here?
I just want to start right off the bat with our battle line. Some of the best battle line I've just seen in the game, which is you've got your Tormentors, which are your kind of shooty guys. They're not really that shooty. For EC they are. And then you've got your Infractors, which are your melee version of your battle line. Starting off with the Tormentors, they are an infiltrate unit with sticky, and that is very good.
Sticky, for those who don't know,
yes,
is if you're on an objective marker, once you spend some time on it, it gets secured and you can move off without losing control.
Yep. Yeah, that is their main special rule. Just a very good battle line in general. Sticky, battle line, OC2. And then you've got the Infractors, which are the melee version, a little more killy. They have Scout 6.
Meaning they get to move before the game starts.
Yes. When they are attacking something on an objective, they get to reroll all failed wound rolls. very good. But when they are not fighting something on an objective, they are rerolling ones to wound. We'll get to the Noise Marines.
Noise Marines.
Very interesting unit. Redone. Very, very cool. The Havoc equivalent of like heavy weapon.
The Scream Gun.
Yeah. They are very similar to what a Havoc is. 3 shots each, strength 5, AP 1, damage 2, very good, with ignores cover. Onto the Flawless Blades, which are very fast. They have an 8-inch move. Their swords are 3 attacks each, kind of low for the attacks, but it's fine. Wounding everything on a 3-up is very, very powerful, especially when you amp him up with Lucius, because he's also wounding on a 3-up, and his melee slaps very good. So the Lord Exultant, which is your normal captain model, very, very killy. You take the lance and you take the whip on him all the time. Gives his unit lethal hits, which is it's good. Once per game, he does his big, oh, I want to kill stuff, and then his attacks are increased by 3 and his AP as well. So he is hitting hard. Awesome. It's very hard. And then we've got Lucius, very interesting, because you can take him with Flawless Blades, or you can take him alone. Taking him alone gives fights first and lone op, which is all very interesting because
meaning he can't be targeted outside of 12 inches.
Yep, and he hits quite hard. Has a lot of attacks, precision as well, and he's just a very good model, very fast. I want to talk about the Demon Prince. Like I said, I mentioned before.
This guy right here.
Yep, very, very good. So when he charges, he does mortal wounds according to how many wounds he has. -1 damage as well, so just super fast, 14-inch move, kills decently, and it's just insane for what you get out of him. And with this army, you can take, obviously you can take Chaos Knights. Like right here, I've got the Chaos Huntsman, which is the kind of an anti-tank version. I like it, it's great. Obviously you've got the Rhino and you've got the Land Raider, staple models, you can take them. Rhinos are very good in this army, especially transporting infractors and Noise Marines. So yeah, very good.
One last thing I will notice. What your Terminator's got going on there on the bottom half?
Yeah, so this is really interesting. I got it from online. Kit bashed it from the Daughters of Cain Medusa ladies, the Snake ladies. So the bottom half is the Snake Lady, the top half is just the CSM Terminator kit.
That is hilarious, yeah. And I love it.
Yeah. I just thought it was, it'd be more interesting to just have Snake Terminators. I don't know why.
Snurminators?
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the rules themselves. The Emperor's Children, the Legion of Excess, hack and slash, murder spree. How do they play on the table for someone who wouldn't be familiar with it?
So the main army rule is advance and charge, shoot and charge, and fall back, shoot and charge. But it comes with one caveat, which is you cannot charge or shoot a unit that has already been targeted by a unit that has advanced.
So basically, every unit has the ability to advance, shoot, and charge, which is really strong, just on a base level.
Yeah.
But the penalty is that if 2 different units that are making use of that rule, they can't target the same unit in that turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they want to compete with each other.
Yep.
Gotcha. So it's a bit complicated, but when you see these guys running across the table at you a million miles an hour and just start picking you apart one by one, and they've certainly got the power to do it.
Yeah.
It can be a little frightening.
Yeah. With the downside of course, you are kind of squishy. You're fast, but you will die right after that. You are not very tanky. Nothing in this army is extremely, extremely tanky. I mean, some of the vehicles are.
So this is an army that's going to run across the table at you and pray that it gets to you before you manage to cut them down. Okay, now that we have kind of the basic army out of the way, let's just do a quick dive into the detachments. Every Warhammer Codex in this edition comes with a certain amount of detachments. In this case, how many?
6 attachments.
6. So let's just choose a number as it was meant to be. That kind of determine how your army is going to play on a more niche level. Kind of what the individual units, it's your stratagems, your enhancements, your little relics, and all of that stuff. What's your, right off the bat, what is your favorite detachment? How do you love to play these guys?
Okay, so I love to play the army, very aggressive. I'm a big fan of Peerless Bladesman, and if you don't know what Peerless Bladesman is, it's whenever you make a charge, you choose lethal or sustained. Very easy, you know, there's no big caveats, it's just lethal or sustained. But you have to make a charge, which isn't hard because all of your units are fast.
Why don't we go through them? Why don't we go through the other ones real quick?
Yeah, so the first detachment, we've got easiest one, Mercurial Host. When you can reroll advance rolls for your army, which is good because you're going to be advancing all the time.
Pretty basic, but very useful.
Very basic. We've got Peerless Bladesman, of course the one I talked about, which is lethal hits, sustained hits 1. When you charge, very good stratagems here. A key one to note is +1 AP, subtract 1 from the hit roll when you're in melee. Also very good. There's just a lot of good stratagems that you're going to be using a lot of the time. Rapid Evisceration is when you come out of a vehicle, you are rerolling 1s to hit and 1s to wound, which is fine. It's good. It's whatever. It is the transport one. If you like Land Raiders and Rhinos.
I guess if you got 6 Land Raiders sitting on the shelf,
Yeah,
you really want to plunk down on the table. This is the detachment for you.
We've got Carnival of Excess, which is the demon allied one. You're going to be taking demons. I believe it's sustained hits 1 if you are within a certain range of a demon, which is quite good. And if you already have sustained hits 1, it's on 5s. So very good. We've got Coterie, which is, I would say, the best detachment inside of this whole army. You're giving pact points. At the start of the turn, you're marking how many units you want to kill. If you don't kill set amount of units, your Warlord takes D3 damage. It's a big snowball detachment. The more points you get, the more kill you guys are gonna get. Like, you're getting sustained lethal. And then you've got Slaanesh Chosen, which is the character detachment. Your Warlord gives buffs to his unit.
Yeah, so definitely sticking to the core of the army is we're on the ground, we want to move fast, we want to hit you really hard before you have a chance to get to grips with us. Regarding your collection here, is there anything that's on the paint table? Anything that you have plans for next to add to this army, perhaps?
Yeah, so big thing is missing here, you guys might notice, is Fulgrim. He is still being painted up. I have been putting him off so much. Just such a great model, but I'm just really afraid of how I'm going to paint him.
Big centerpiece models can be intimidating for a lot of guys to paint, including myself.
They're going to get in the Lord Cacophonous, which is the leader of these guys, also on the paint table. Leads them, gives them sustained hits 1. Very cool model, very interesting. In terms of anything else that I'm going to get, I don't know. I'm just honestly just waiting for whatever EC gets in the near future. I don't really need anything else.
And so, to summarize, that's the Emperor's Children. New army release, brand new codex. You're having a lot of fun with it?
Yeah, great. Fun, very fun army, very fast, very killy. Some really cool things you can do with the army. Yeah, I highly recommend it.
Okay, well, that's pretty much it for us here. Thanks for stopping by, spending some of your time with us, taking a look at these new models. Definitely had a fun time showing them off. Until next time, I'm Donovan.
Adam.
And thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.